Alright, meat gang. So you'll recognise the Dynabook if you've ever seen my first video. Incredible creativity. I just turned on my camera, ran fast fetch. Absolute tech genius. Finally, I've got the replacement battery. So now I can actually use this as a laptop instead of just having it plugged in all the time. So yeah, before this video, obviously, it does all work. There it is. There's the battery. We'll keep this for later. Look at that. You know, always dispose of it properly. If you're following this tutorial, probably maybe don't, because, I don't know, legal problems maybe. Anyway, right, let's set that aside. So, I've got some more. Blimey, this is what an entire half term does to someone. Right, as you can see, Dynabook, it's all in working order, working order, nothing damaged. But now I'm actually going to, I'm actually going to go and make it functional. So I will be showing you how to replace the battery and the SSD. I did the SSD already off of camera, and there's currently no battery in here, but it's similar steps if you were to be following this same video. So I'm going to get all the screws out and then I'll see you then. Alright, now all of the screws are out. If you've seen the last video with the packet bell, you know how much I hate hidden screws. This, very fortunately, does not contain any of the likes. So let me just pop the hood on this. I believe this is the correct way to do it. You know, professional technician. Just sort of crack the edge here. What's causing... Oh, there we go. You just pry up these sides and then boom. So much better than the other Packard Bell laptop. Right, I'll set that aside for now. So I'm not going to attach the battery first. I'm going to show you how to get an SSD in here if you were to be following this tutorial for that. So you'll see there's a couple screws holding it down into place just all around. I did lose a few screws, unfortunately, on my first few attempts, but oh well, so be it. Right, I'll return once all the screws are out. Alright, so once you've got all the screws out, you just... Also, I prefer to remove the cooling system. There's also a little header here that you have to remove if you're doing so. Just gently wiggle it out, and there we go. Such an easy laptop to work on. All I could think of would be better is a ThinkPad maybe, but I'll have to try one of them. So, for the video output, you see this orange bit, you just got to gently lift it up like that. Get on your finger and pry up this support bracket. There we go. And then just remove it. Lovely. And rest it. Then you have all these. Here's the audio. You just wiggle that out. For these, you just gently pull them, like so, like that. And then you'll occasionally see these little black things that hold down some of the connectors. You'll know my extreme experience with keyboard cables, so I'm going to very delicately remove that, as so. Pluck that one out. These two also have the little retention arm that you have to gently lift and carefully slot out, as so. This can actually be pulled aside for ease of disassembly. I will chuck this just off camera. As so. I am stupid. Alright, so the next step is to just pluck out the little Wi-Fi card doodads. Very easy. And now is the, I wouldn't say tedious, but now is the part where you just got to remove the motherboard. Be gentle, be careful, don't lay anything where it could short. Don't get it wet. And all should be fine. I have tucked the Wi-Fi arms under there. So check every cable is completely disconnected and all the tape holding it down is removed. Oh, and I forgot a screw. You just got to be, hold on, is it in focus? Sorry if it's not been in focus. You have to make sure you get every screw, because you don't want to break anything, like I did with the last laptop. The greatest technician that's ever lived. Right, there's all of them, should be. And you just gently lift it, give it a little bit of a wiggle, and there we go. Ooh. Be gentle with it. You flip it over and there is your drive. So when I got this off of, I just got it from, I won't give the whole story, but got it off of a enterprise location, and they had to remove the drive for, I'm guessing, safety reasons. So this is all I had to do. You get the drive, or lack thereof. You would remove this little screw that holds down the M.2 SSD. Put it off to the side, different from where your other screws are, and carefully lift it from its slot and pull, give it a light bit of a wiggle, and there it goes. Just like that. And then you would get your, you place it aside, get your replacement drive, and do the same in reverse. As such. There we go. Make sure it's firmly seated and the screw hole lines up. Get the screw from previously mentioned. Yep, I am still recording. There we are. And carefully line it up. Just like that. Seat it firmly but not too hard, otherwise it can damage the PCB. And then lift it up. Move all the cables that, oh wait, so a bit hard to explain, but you just got to move any cable you can out of the way and then place it back where it originally was. Make sure the I/O lines up. Move these out. Move these out, and make sure you get every single cable to make sure it keeps all functions. And there we go. Lay it down gently. I'm going to get the tape out just because it helps to hold it in place. There we go. Very simple. And now get your screws from earlier, and oh, hold on, nearly forgot this. Then you just got to place everything back where it was. Da-da-da. Make sure it's all lined up when slotted in. You don't want any, oh, you might see my head in a few frames. Just got to make sure I don't break anything. There we are. Connect this, and whenever they have the little retention bits, just make sure you plop them back down nice and firm. Alright, And then this is the keyboard, very important. You know my past experiences with keyboard cables. Very, very fond of them. Right. There we go. Don't apply too much pressure, just enough to slot it in. Then these are easy ones. You just plant them in like so. This one's particularly a pain. There we are. These are the keyboard, not keyboard, mouse cables, trackpad cables. There we go. The greatest technician that's ever lived. So yeah, make sure you get them in. Make sure you get all the cables in. This is the smart card reader. Still serves a purpose, so make sure you get all the audio, trackpad, keyboard, whatever that is, just to well, retain functionality. Right, and now it's this doodad, another PCB. Slot that in just like that, lay it down carefully, and then insert this cable back in. Just like that. Very nice. I will get all the screws in and then I will be back with you. Right now, as I said, don't forget any cables like I did. Actually no, we can leave those for a bit, but this is the video output, so make sure you do get this back in if you are attempting a repair. Just apply a little bit of pressure, just enough to get it in. And then, oh, that's not quite, oh, is it? Not quite enough. Just wiggle it firmly into the slot, like that. You'll see the gap closes up. And now you can clamp this arm back on. And just like that. Right, now I need to get the cooler back in. Easiest part, just slot that down. Oh. Easiest part, he says, while struggling. Just like that. Clip this connector back in and grab the screws. And screw them down firmly until you feel a bit of pressure or resistance. Push them back. I am recording, right? Yeah. Alright. Now it's time to slot the battery in. And, oh, actually not. I will quickly just do a little bit of cable management. Oh, I've successfully managed the cables. Actually, I haven't. Just gonna tuck that round a little bit. And yeah, that should be fine. Place this little bit of tape down and seat them as so. Alright, now here's the part I haven't done before. Let me just take a bite of this. Time for the battery. Just grab it, remove it from its packaging. Maybe with a little bit more care than I am. And unfortunately it didn't come with the screws that I thought it would come with. If it has, then I just haven't found them yet. Yep, no screws. They are supposed to have slots, but actually I think it might just going by the external screws. So then you just place this down, line it up with these screw holes, as you can see down there. And oh, something's blocking it. Oh, yep, not the screw holes. These little plastic bits here. I believe that to be seated correctly. Yep, and then you grab this. I'm sorry if you can see my head. Oh, maybe do that first. Just lean it to this side, and well, this might take a bit more care than I thought it would. Let me shuffle my seating. Once you're doing that, before you do this, make sure you have everything plugged in where it should be, because you shouldn't touch the laptop once it's live, or any electrical component, because this battery might very well have some charge, and that can be unsafe. So just maybe use your nail and apply a little bit of force. It's not perfectly connecting, which is unfortunate, but just do this. Hold on. Doesn't seem to be seating at all. I apologise if I've done something incorrect. There you are, just pinch these sides in. There you go, that's how you do it. Don't apply too much pressure, just enough. And then press this down and firmly press it with your nail, just to make sure it's all slotted correctly, which it now is. Alright, there we go. Much better than the other laptop. Packard Bell. Stupid laptop. Alright, no crash out of this video. I'm going to be peaceful. There might be a video soon where I add a little bit more RAM. It's already got these soldered bits here. So I'll just add this case and see. In that case, just this little back panel. And hold on, before I do that, I'm just going to check everything is clipped in. It appears to be. Alright. Just apply a little bit of force and hear the clicks. Alright, amazing. And now it does have slightly shorter screws and longer screws. So the longer screws go on the back half and the shorter screws go to the front half. There's 4 short screws, and I'll show you the difference. So yeah, these smaller ones go in these 4 slots, and then the normal larger ones just go in the rest. Alright, so I'll get back once it's done. Alright, so there's everything screwed in. I don't believe there's a particular order. You have to screw them in like you do with CPU cores and whatnot. But now we're going to see if I've actually, well, fixed it. Let's see if the greatest technician has actually fixed something. I will go grab the charger and I'll be right back. Alright, so just a standard Type-C fast charger for laptops. And there should be a Type-C port right here. And there we go, white light. Previously when I had it plugged in, turned off, there was just a orange light. So this must mean I am the greatest technician that's ever lived. It's obviously ironic, guys. There we go, look at that. Turns on. So you will get this message if you haven't had a battery before. It says, I'll show you guys, date and time reset to default. Press F2. You have to press it a couple times. Oh, well, look at that. It's got a backlit keyboard. I never had that when I didn't have a battery. Alright, so look at that. You will have to set the time to the actual time and date and whatnot. So this video should come out on the 23rd of May 25. Okay. And it's let me just check the time. Currently 10 past 5. Yeah, we'll get that down a few more seconds. Yeah, that should be good. And there you go, you can have a explore on the BIOS now. And you press F10 and save your changes. Alright, so I'll get the rest of it off camera and just show you what I've been doing with this laptop. And I'll keep it booting here. And there we go, look! No message, that means the BIOS is now saved. I'll try it again with it unplugged. And I'll get back in a second. Would you look at that? KDE on Debian, all working. I've recently been installing some stuff. We got Steam, Discord, console, and there's my video editing software. I cannot be bothered to edit this video. It's just going to come out. I've been a bit more careful to not put anything on the screen that shouldn't be there. I didn't put the time in correctly, it seems, but boo-hoo. Yeah, Shotcut, free open source video editor, no ads. Tad slow on this laptop, but you know, as a matter of fact, I'll just show you. I would say, like, shout out Shotcut, but they don't like advertise anyway. Yeah, this is just my lightly customized desktop. We got my little shortcut, Meta and P for the CPU, and then Meta and M for the memory usage. Yeah, just need to assign a little shortcut there. Yeah, this is what the editing software is like. I'm not going to give you a tutorial. There's plenty. And here it is. Now I'm going to see if the battery actually works. I've actually fixed something. Sorry, my stand's wobbling a bit. There we go, look, it's all working. I'm actually proper surprised I've fixed something. I thought it'd show me my battery percentage. But, oh well. I'm going to power it off and see if it saved the BIOS settings. Debian 12. Much better than last video's. Absolute failure. Oh, maybe I should actually, turn it back on again. Oh, look at that. Nice backlit keyboard. Dynabook. I really should invest in a ThinkPad. Look at that. There we go. Everything is done. Everything's done. Alright. Comment what you want to see next. Yeah, just tell me what you want to see next. Like if you liked it. And, please subscribe. Please. I need the ad revenue that I don't qualify for yet. Oh yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.